You know, Xenoblade X went on for so long that I completely forgot that I was, supposed to be paying attention to whether or not Black Tar was like a literal thing in the story. So, addendum to the end of that stream playthrough. No, there was not a literal Black Tar. That was, it just had that for the song. It's just, an allegorical Black Tar. Closest thing they had was the Void, but that's an absence of matter. Just not a tar, so it's completely different. Anyway, yes, hello. It is stream time. And we are free from Xenoblade Chronicles X, and as you could probably tell from, uh, in essence, taking the opposing sports team's uniform into the wrong stadium, it is it's time for Dragon Quest, which is a game that I have, or a series rather, that I have little experience in. But recently I did play Dragon Quest IV, the DS version. I had fun with it, and very solid game all around. There's a whole LP of it though. That one Loka leads because he was familiar with the game, definitely more than me at the time. But yeah, that's the only one I've played to completion. I did play the Game Boy. I think it was a Game Boy Color specifically. Dragon Quest One port at one point. Did not get notably far into it. Is the thing. I wouldn't remember how far I got. It is a very player driven game insofar as there's not like huge story points that you're gonna be running into. It's more of you traveling across the world and kind of encountering things. In much the same way the original Zelda is, it doesn't really have any big story scenes. It's just you've got a sword, go ahead, explore. But this one's an RPG instead. But that is the first Dragon Quest game, which also has a Switch edition, which I do actually also own. I did have that one sooner than I had a Switch 2, and that I did not realize Dragon Quests 1 and 2 were Switch 2 specific, but I've not played those either. Those might wind up being another stream some other time. Although they might not be a Tuesday stream, because there's a little less creation in those games compared to this one. So Dragon Quest III, I know a little bit about it. I've looked over the classes. I've got a terrible idea. Um, but it's a very customization heavy game. Honestly, um, in comparison to Squaresoft's like first foray into kind of no, actually, I'd say this is also kind of similar to Final Fantasy 1. I was immediately going to try to compare it to the job system in Final Fantasy. And I was going to say, it did have a better first outing with the job system compared to Squaresoft. Or, sorry, I completely lost my train of thought. Squaresoft first made Final Fantasy 3. That is a customization game. Not super great. People do still swear by 3, but like, most people will flock to 5 as the kind of you get a lot of choice on your playable characters game. But in fairness, Final Fantasy 1 also did have a bit of a D&D-esque system of choosing your party. You just, once you chose at the start of the game, that was it. You, you got your party, and then, yeah, yeah, you had to stick with it. So, again, don't know much about this game, but Dragon Quest III is very beloved, so in terms of their attempts at making a game where you had kind of your own customizable party, I think even compared to Final Fantasy 1, I think I'd say this game is probably more beloved. I will have to see if that's the case myself, but Final Fantasy 3 I feel like is a very easy hurdle to clear for myself personally. In fairness, I haven't played the Pixel remaster, but I don't know if that would help me that much. And I do like Final Fantasy 1, but I don't think that game's going to be that hard to clear either. Although I will say, Dragon Quest III is a bit of an odd duck from what I understand. I don't think they made a game quite like this, at least not for a while. So yeah, I guess I'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, the point is, this is a game where you get a lot of character customization. You get to basically choose what classes you go in with, and you are allowed to change in the midst of the story. So I don't know. I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, yeah, this feels like it's gonna be fun. But in fairness, I feel like I played Dungeon Gals and thought, man, I need to just play some kind of game with all women again. So I think that's the big reason why I've been a little ravenous about playing this, because you can just make them all women. You can just make all your classes women. We'll see how that works out in a sec, though. I don't know 100% myself. Again, I've glanced over the class list, so I sort of know what I'm going to be doing. And I did remember kind of a fun thing about one of the classes, and kind of how that promotes. Again, we'll talk about that later, but I did remember a thing going into this. But yeah, since I don't really know Dragon Quest super well, the only thing I can do is compare it to Final Fantasy. Yeah, I know my Final Fantasies. Also, you know what? Actually, I guess in fairness, 2 is also a game with a lot of customization. Like, you've got set characters throughout, but you do kind of determine everything about them. So, honestly, you know what? Customization is a hard thing to kind of box in, so I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to make some blanket statements, and that's going to be it. So yeah, let's get on over to the Switch real quick. Okay, say real quick, but that does actually take me a minute to do. I gotta turn to the left, it's very difficult. Also, yeah, I've started Tears of the Kingdom again. Which I will say, got a lot better than my initial attempt of it. But that's a different game, we're not gonna worry about it. Also important to note, I did have to bring up the game briefly, because it did need to update for like 40 minutes. Feel like it's been ages since I've seen the Cryware logo. Probably hasn't been, but it feels like it. Dragon Quest III. It's the third game, but also kind of the first one, for reasons. Alright, so venture forth. But do you want to consider what language you're playing the game in? I mean, I can understand everything, so yeah, I'm good with venturing forward. Alright. Ooh. Okay, 9 files, that's actually handy. Please decide upon a name. Alright, let's see. I did actually bring up some names, so I am prepared. go, Deirdre. Now let's hope nobody kidnaps us in the middle of the playthrough. How do you want a character to look? So, right, man. I will say, appearance A and B isn't like, I feel the best way to put it. I feel like they could just say mask and femme, but man, imagine being, like, real mad about that. Like, that'd be so embarrassing, especially if you had, like, some kind of screed that you said, like, during a stream of the game, while being some of the developers. That would just be a wild thing to happen. Good thing it hasn't. Anyway, obviously. What character... How do you want... What language do you want the characters to speak in? Well, apparently I can't, but English. Yeah, like, you'd think that'd sort of be the point of doing that. I feel like that's sort of the important thing of doing appearance A and B. Because then you'd say, like, okay, well, you have chosen the fatness of your ass, but what are your pronouns? But yeah, again, it's a weird thing to be mad about. I'm sure somebody might complain about me saying yes, but I think it would help. Difficulty mode. Draki Quest is very good. For those who want to breeze through the battles and savor the story. Dragon Quest. And Draconian Quest. Yeah, I'm gonna go Dragon Quest. Yeah. English on Dragon Quest. I don't think we can talk about that on stream. Whoa, 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 can't show that on Twitch. Alright, let's see. Autosave, cool. I will probably pay more attention to... manual saves.
If you can hear me, follow the sound of my voice. Yes, come this way.
Also, kind of hard to not know because it's in the title of this, but this is one of those newfangled HD 2D games, which some people seem like they're allergic to nowadays. I've definitely seen some hemming and possibly some hawing over the style in general, but I'm fine with it. Some people aren't into sprite and kind of the 3D stuff, but I also feel like some of the complaints I've seen about it are definitely overblown. Like, this isn't Wind Waker HD, the bloom's not that bad. I feel like they've made some fairly pretty games. And honestly, just from first blush, I think the only other game I've really played HD 2D is the first Octopath, I think. But honestly, this is definitely looking pretty good. One day, not long from now, you'll appear before me, a true hero. Not yet, though. Right now, you suck. You're level 1, idiot. Also, I own the Live Live remake. I have not played it yet. But before your journey can begin, you must teach me something. Oh, geez, we actually can teach you something. Is that also a question? If I say no, are you going to think me a fool? My true name? Oh, is this a difference between, like, file name and character name? Or is this asking for the name of me as the player? Because it is giving me a lot of spaces here. I guess I can't believe this game's pulling a Delta rune on me. Can't believe it's like, okay, now here's the name, now, aha! It's the name of the player character. Alright, well. Okay, this is Ness's mom calling for once. Well, I'm definitely not doxing myself, so you're not getting the full name, but... Also, yeah, it did call the character Deirdre, didn't it? So yeah, no, it's asking me for my name. Okay, month of my birth. Oh, yeah, I am an Aquarius. Okay, yeah. Alright, you're being timed on this. Go, 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 go. Find adventure to be more of a chore than a pleasure. No, adventuring's nice. If I did not like adventuring, I would be playing the wrong game. Do you find that you spend more money on weapons than on armor? I think in Dragon Quest... I'm trying to think back to Dragon Quest IV. That's my only touch point for this series. I think probably, yeah. I do usually prefer going for weapons first, so I think that makes sense. Would you favor a cheaper yet more distant holstery over a near yet more costly establishment? Can I get a little more context, mysterious voice in the sky? Alright, well, we are answering for the character. You know, honestly, I feel like... considering this is Dragon Quest, I think going for the cheaper one would make sense, because eventually we'll get Zoom. And so, like, we can just go to a town that's cheaper if we really want. Although, yeah, I think... Alright, thinking about this character. She does spend a lot on weapons, apparently. I'm gonna say probably whatever needs... more... or whatever meets her needs faster. That's what we'll go with. Anyway, do you dream often? We'll say yes. Do you ever dream of being pursued? Is this a character who is getting chased? I'm gonna say no. Do you enjoy physical pursuits? Are you doing the pursuing in your dreams? And also physically? Can even the most minor of matters irritate you? Yeah, probably. When the inspiration strikes, are you likely to spring into action straight away? Yeah, that seems like a very protagonist thing to do. Do you have the self-belief to trust that you are in the right no matter what may come? I think you gotta question yourself sometimes. Once you begin a task, you find all else around you pales into insignificance. Yes, Deirdre's got a lot of focus. When dining, do you leave the most delicious item on your plate till last? I mean, that's a thing that I usually prefer to do. How Goku are we? Scale of 1 to Goku. Do we just go through, like, bowl after bowl of food, not particularly caring. I think we're gonna say yes for that. Do you believe the world to be filled with more with sadness than with joy? No, we're gonna be optimistic. Do you ever wish that you were grown to adulthood before your time? Ooh. Do you wish and worry are much different things to think about? I think she'd say yeah. Do you believe that if you hold on to a dream for long enough, it may one day come true? I'm gonna say yes. I'm a very optimistic character, I think. Very goal-oriented. Let us move on to the final test of your character. The battle tutorial. How would you stab this monster? Oh, we get a little lantern. And yeah, there's a run. There's a run button. Please continue to the west. Okay. Danger, do not go north. Okay. In order to reach the exit, please continue south. To the north and east, only death awaits. Okay. Makes sense. So I guess this is gonna put us into a more, like, danger-averse kind of answer then. You know, we're following the signs, so, you know, maybe that could be considered, like, cowardly or something, but somebody put these signs here. It would be rude to not follow them. Like, somebody has very clearly traveled these roads, and if you're gonna put a sign up, you would never lie if you were going to put signs up. Don't be ridiculous. Ooh, dude, there are chests over there. But I think if we've gone this far listening to the signs... Oh, nope. Alright, nope. Now, this is where things change. No, nope. We gotta help. Rescue the girl? Absolutely. The sign couldn't have predicted this. Okay, so this has taught me an important lesson. I was gonna say, well, surely the sign couldn't have predicted this, but at the very least, it's been up a while. This woman's been in distress for, perhaps years, with her legs crushed under the rock. Which is a totally normal thing to happen. It ends there. Are you familiar with the expression straight? Not even remotely, no. You may not realize it, but you are incapable of lying. Your dishonesty shows instantly on your face. Impressionable as you are honest. Yeah, okay. Fear of failure may make you overcautious at times. Okay. Okay, but are you actually a bright shining star? Because it might be a little difficult to go to face in that case. I'm sure you're very nice. But I don't want to go blind. Alright, yeah, what is the best personality results?
Oh.
Oh man, it didn't tell me I'm to give me vamp. Well, now we have to restart.
Well, no time like the present.
Oh, there is voice acting, which I can't
I know.
particularly hear with how loud the volume is. I wonder if there's an auto advance option.
I'll go and wake them now.
Okay, cool. Because yeah, on stream the volume should be fine. But yeah, on my end I can sort of hear the voice acting.
Cooey! Wakey, wakey! Rise and shine!
Okay, no, I'm not.
Morning, my darling. It's time to get up.
That.
Today's a very important day. After all, it's not every morning you ask the king himself to give your big journey his personal blessing.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
This is what I've been
I
raising you
heard
for all these years.
the bit initially, but the dream sequence I didn't quite hear anything.
Well then, shall we get going? Come on, follow me.
Only the initial bit of the voice talking to me. Alright. Wow, we changed quickly. All that you heard has just been committed to memory. Okay, so X is my menu button. Let's see. Continental map. Oh, cool. Good. We just start with that. Ah, good. Metals. Yes. Well, time to look at everything ever. Spells. We don't know anything. Of course. Abilities. What will you recall, Mum? Wait, I can just forget that? That seems so rude. I don't want to forget that. Yeah, forget your mom immediately. Oh, we still have the heal all function. Handy heal all. Restore all your party members' full health as efficiently as possible. Alright. Line up. Okay, so yeah, this is definitely seeming familiar at this point. Follow orders, traveler's tips. Stop adventuring. Just stop it. Don't do that anymore. Normal seems good. Display settings, yeah, everything looks fine. Zoomed in. Performance. Audio settings. Autoplay cutscenes. Okay. Yep. There's that. Helpful settings. Difficulty. Not turning it too hard. Oh, can I just auto run? Okay, so it's a toggle. I'll just keep it on hold then. We'll do normal for now. I have a decent reading speed, so should be fine. Alright. Any metals in here? I know this is supposed to be my room, but that was a seed of strength. I had not collected that previously. Probably should just immediately eat that seed. This is very pretty. I like this. Some people think 3D models and sprites clash, but I don't. I think they work together
Come on,
well.
dear. You know where the castle is. Straight on now. Off you go. And remember to mind your manners. I won't have the king thinking you've been dragged up.
Yeah, I already figured that one out. Alright, I just wanted to talk to you a second time. Hello. Thank you. Hello. Thank you. Alright, yep. Easy enough.
Well met, child of Ortega.
Sorry about your dad. These things happen.
We could not locate any of Ortega's belongings.
I see. To think something out there is capable of besting a man of his caliber.
My husband thought long and hard before setting off. I'm sure he was at peace when he passed.
Doubtless your mother has recounted the tale of your father's final moments many times.
She
When he
keeps telling you
fell
about your
into the
dead
maw of
dad.
that Cursed volcano. The world lost a great man. However, we wholeheartedly approve of your wish to follow in his footsteps and set forth on the path of adventure. For
Only
it is
some of
what
his
you would
footsteps,
have
though.
wanted. And only
Not the volcano
child of
part.
such a
Stay away
hero
from
as you could
volcanoes.
hope to save our world. The foe we face is dire indeed. The archfiend Baramos. Many of the peoples of this world do not yet even know his name.
I mean, I didn't
And
either.
yet, his grip on our realm
I
grows
don't know
ever
a lot of
tighter.
Dragon Quest
He
villains.
must be stopped. No matter the cost, you must free us from the archfiend's ever-encroaching tyranny. But alone, you will only meet the same fate as your father.
If you're on your own, you're going
himself with
straight to that
Mistress Patty in
volcano.
town, and use this to outfit the companions she has selected for you.
Alright, 50 whole gold coins. Don't spend them all in one place.
Allow me to proffer some guidance. You would be wise to seek out the thief's key, an implement that can open a myriad of the world's doors. Obtain it, and your travels will be that bit easier. But first, I suggest you heed His Majesty's advice and seek like-minded individuals at Patty's party planning place. Once you have done so,
It's alliterative. It's
on your way
very
to Reeve,
fun.
a quaint village to the northwest of our fair kingdom.
Hey.
You will now find Reeve marked on your map. Locating the rest of the realm's noteworthy areas, however, is a task I believe best left in your capable hands. You simply need note down anywhere you happen to visit. Be sure to see these places with your own eyes first, though. Otherwise, you'll likely forget to mark them on your map.
And
remember,
then you won't be able to zoom to them.
curiosity is an asset most valuable. Lend it an ear at all times, and you will surely benefit. However, remain wary, lest it lead you into trouble on occasion.
We expect great things of you.
Thumbs up. Cast your mind back. Okay. I'm good for now. Anyway, let me think about that real hard. All that you just heard has been committed to memory. Alright, the further forward a person is in battle, the more likely they are to get hit by attacks, of course. You straight arrow types are likable sorts. Why is everybody calling me straight?
Please do not do a solo run of this game. Just don't do it. It's a bad idea.
He's the leader of the bunch. That's probably why we know him well.
We don't actually know what he looks like, but trust me, he sucks. Dude, a monster is being wont to scream at whilst in their death throes.
That's probably not actually how it's gonna play out, but I do hope every fight just ends with the monster screaming Baramos. I mean, maybe that's just their death screams. Maybe the monsters don't actually have one central leader. Okay, that's all you say. Alright, Promontory Cave. Well, they're talking about it, then it's probably something important. Oh, right. Oh, right. That's the memorizing things button, which, that might have actually helped. I might have thought of, or forgotten about that. Metals, any metals, any metals, metals in the bathtub. Metals in the flowers. Any metals in here? What about here? Set of Wayfarer's clothes. I'm gonna keep making that mistake. Okay, that is the exact same as what I'm wearing now, so either give it to the new party members, or it's just fodder for selling. Alright, so we have to find some people. Okay, so you just say the same thing. Gotta find some people who will help us not walk out into a volcano. That's just how it's gonna end if you don't recruit anybody. You need, probably about 3 people to grab you in case you start heading towards that volcano. Alright. Everybody's talking about Kirk Buzzer. Oh, I was told about that thief key, though. I was told specifically that I want one of those. So, like, if it's in evidence, can I have it? Medicinal herb, I'll definitely need some of those. The door is locked. I can't get into the kitchen. I mean, obviously I can't get into the room full of chests. Princess! Where are ya? Would not, expect that from the princess, but alright. Seed of Magic. Yeah, I'm definitely trained from 4 to kind of... Oh, there's a lock on the map. Look, I gotta look at everything. Even though the game has little symbols on there to tell you, hey, you can't do anything with that. Still gotta go all over the place and look at stuff. He went off to battle the volcano and never returned. No, I swear, the volcano is actually a dungeon. He just went in there. He lost all his equipment, sure, but he's fine. That volcano didn't kill him. You can just, like, walk around in there. No problem. Everybody says I'm crazy for saying this, but I'm not. You can step on lava, and it hurts, but it won't kill you instantly. Oh my god. Alright. Something tells me that is it's probably a worse shield than the actual shield, right? Oh, yeah. Who would have guessed that the pot lid is worse than the leather shield? I know. I'm so surprised. I almost pressed the right button, but then I was like, no, press the plus button. No. No, you almost had it right. Okay, so yeah, I just wanted to look at what the equipment's looking like. I feel like I shouldn't save the seeds forever, but I do want to save them for at least a little bit. Sling your ook. I ain't got no use for ya. Ah, okay. The Great Kirk Buzzer himself! Any red door, okay. Yeah, you sure are a plonker. Classic plonker if I'd ever seen one. Red door just like this one. Could've gone down there, but no. Just had to go to... Is that again? Okay, so it does the most recent thing. Dreamer's Tower, okay. Okay, I can forget seeing this door. The memory fades from your mind. Where was I just now? Alright, yeah, that does actually seem like it's useful information. Oh my god, I didn't even notice the slime. Hold on a sec. Let me talk to the slime. I don't care about you. Let me speak to the slime. I want to talk to your cellmates. This guy sucks. There's a slime right there, and I can't speak to them. Alright, so let's see. Princess with a Lisp. We've already spoken to her. Have we been on the right side? I don't think we have. Wait.
Goddess knows what they did to end up there. That slime might be the greatest scum this kingdom has ever seen. Who knows what's going on in that mind of his? We can never understand the cruelty of that slime.
Alright, promontory leads to Dreamer's Tower. Oh, okay. I've never actually checked to see it's true, but everybody says so. Alright, well, if that info is correct, then we might be getting that thief's key pretty soon. But not soon enough to get in here. That guy's just locked in there. Mini medal. I did it! Morgan Miniman, the metal enthusiast. Okay, well, it's just gonna tell us where that guy is. So now we know, and it won't be a fun surprise, that there's some weirdo in the well. I mean, believe me, I was already planning on checking every well. Again, this has been beaten into me. I've played 4. I am familiar with the concept of just checking everything ever. Yeah, I've already done my visit. I'm free to go. Let's see, is Mom still here? Alright, your journey is unlikely to be an easy one. Unless you're playing Dracky Quest, in which case, go try to do a solo run or whatever. You fool, you absolute cretin. Let's see. Alright, what's this about? Oh, it's the wing, so yeah, item store. Alright, so let's see. We do have a Chimera wing. It's a little pricey, but certainly something we'll need to consider. In fact, it probably is magic. Back in the dark old days, you used to bump your head on the ceiling if you tried to use one indoors. I don't know. I don't know about this. I get it's convenient, but like, I don't know. I think that's kind of a fun limitation. To say, yeah, no, if you try to use this in an indoor area, you just crash against it. Also cool, free Chimera wing. Plenty more money. Even if it brings us only one day closer to salvation. Now, I think we're measuring distance from salvation with seats? Kinda hard to say. Oh, hey, we can just save right here. Cool. Yep. Let's see, purification I believe is just, yeah, that's just removing status effects. Benediction. Okay, benediction, I don't remember what that is. I'm gonna guess if I look at things... let's see... There probably is a way to see experience in... to the next level somewhere. Status... Oh, there we go. Experience to next level 27. Yeah, okay. So that's why that's not in the menu anymore, because it's just right there. I really need to see it. Okay, well, I could go in there, but I need to check over here first. Gotta check the everything. I know I gotta go get my party, but like, what if there are things? Oh, you see? Right here. There's a chest. Come on. It's not letting me interact with it, though. Yes, my button is working. Well, maybe it's just weird then. Or maybe I've gone mad. Maybe I want to see a chest, but it's not truly there. Alright, are you my party member? Oh yeah, see, I'm on the same page as this person. I mean, I haven't gone to the inn just yet, so like, you've got time before I get there, but like, if you don't hurry it up, I will go, and I will pick that up. And maybe you'll accept it if I bring it back to you. Got another Chimera Wing. But I mean, if you're just gonna say that forever, I'm gonna pocket it and leave. Yeah, everybody's talking about Kirk Buzzer. A warrior, a priest, and a mage. Alright, interesting advice. Rainbow's End Bank. 100. Okay, so. Well, I can't really deposit right now, due to the fact that that would leave me with 22 gold. And, that's not happening right now. Okay. Well, I didn't pre-order the game. No, I'm good. I'm good. Hey, did you buy this early? No? Well, here's this chest right here that you'll never open.
Hey, you. Still can't believe this day's finally here. I remember when you popped out of your mother like it was yesterday, you know?
I don't want to hear
and
about that.
Don't be thinking I'm ridiculously old or anything. I was just
Wait.
a kid back then. But it felt like
Why
a
were you
son
around
had
if you were a
new
child?
sibling to look after. To think that was 16 whole years ago. At any rate, I'm sure you know by now, but Patty's Party Planning Place is your one-stop shop for all things adventuring. If you find yourself feeling lonely on the road, or simply want some muscle you can count on in a pinch, let me know. I'll find the perfect companions to suit your needs. But gosh, you really are all grown up now, aren't you? May take me a while to get used to. At any rate.
Okay. That's the end of that. If you want to find new party members, this is the place to be. The same goes if you want to ditch them, for that matter. Alright, so... Pick up, drop off, view roster, recruit more allies. Yeah, so it is nice that the game's just like, oh hey, here's some characters you can have. Right off the bat, if you'd like. They look okay. But I did have a dumber idea. Alright. They don't play by the rules, they're loose cannons. Okay, so they do have Elin abilities. It's interesting to note. Seed of Life. Hello, Malice from Xenoblade. Don't go anywhere near the gadabouts, though.
Bunch of clowns, if you ask me. Sometimes that's literal. But also the others are bunny girls.
If you insist on having one along, leave it until you're strong enough to carry some serious dead weight. I don't know. You know, sometimes you have to take what you can get in this world. Meow. See the categories.
I've no idea who invented bags, but whoever did was a genius.
I mean, I feel like bags were probably one of the early things. Yeah, so basically just switch things out so you have a proper inventory. Keep everything you don't need in a fight in the bag. Through trials most fearsome and bad for the health, they'll make it against all of the odds. Yeah, sounds like sages are hard to get. Wild. Alright, with pals, you're sure to build a winning team. Don't say that so soon. Alright. So it actually starts with names. Alright. Alright, so we did have some plans, so... First one... Alright. Our dog... Okay, so... let's see what type of vocation you'd like them to have. Well, they're, I think a merchant, honestly. That makes sense to me. Could you tell us a bit more about them? That's literally just Marl from Chrono Trigger. What do they look like? Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm feeling this one. What color is their hair? See, the hair color is the tough part. Like, man, can go a lot of different ways. I think we'll go with black, though. It's your lucky day. That exact person is here. Personality? Okay, so you can't choose that. Canon design, yeah. If I remember correctly, there wasn't a lot of customization in the original, right? Appearance was just the class you chose. Let me pick, I'll be comprehensive service and applying the seeds as I seem fit. I feel like the game probably does know how to do it better than me, but... Well, you're definitely stronger. Alright, let's see, so... Defense, agility, stamina, wisdom, luck. Alright, so... Point of strength... I think in general, wisdom's probably not going to be super useful. Let's see, luck is 6. Agility I might want more of, so... I'll drop one down for agility. Yeah, because wisdom is the, the magic stats, so you don't really need that much. I'm just trying to remember, like, what's the everything? Alright, I'm gonna say... probably a bit of luck. And we'll do some defense. What's stamina again? Is that HP? Okay, yeah, max HP, so... I'm gonna say that does make sense, so let's do stamina as well. Seems like quite the meddler. Okay. Okay, so it's your stat distribution that determines personality. Gotcha. So I do actually have control of that then. Cool. Okay, so yeah, that's, Alright, I'm actually gonna mute and turn up the volume so I'm at least a little more familiar with how this sounds on my end. I'm gonna say determined. Absolutely. Yeah, it would be a little more useful if we got slightly more. Yep, of course. Alright, name... Let's see... What, you can't figure out a specific voice from huh, ha, yeah, ha, yeah. Yep, okay. What sort of vocation? Let's see. I'm gonna go with thief. Sneaky sounds. Sneaky so-and-sos. Tell more about them. Alright, so appearance B. What do they look like? I think this one. Although, I do also kind of like this bandana as well. I think I like this one. Alright, hair color. Maybe a green? Actually, maybe a red. I think red works. Yeah, let's go with that. Alright, do it myself. Well, obviously you're gonna want agility. So a little bit of that. Let's see, seed of... We'll go wisdom. Probably a little more luck. I'm gonna say stamina over defense, and... You are gonna be stabbing things at least a little bit, so... Seed of strength couldn't hurt. Seems like quite the klutz. I mean, that's probably not the best thing for a thief to be, but alright. Yeah, I guess we'll go with shy. Yep, that's fine by me. And of course, she'll be coming along. And would like to recruit anybody else. Alright, so let's see. Let's see, so... That's it, right? Yep, okay. Alright, what vocation? Well, let's see. Obviously, there's warriors, you know, they're the straightforward, needs a lot of equipment, but does good damage and has high defense. Martial artist, my personal favorite. Also, yeah, I think I have voices in mind now that I've seen them overall, so I don't think I'll overlap. So let's see, martial artist, one of my favorites, you know, I do like the less equipment, high critical hit type. Mage is always useful, priest is always useful. I've got merchant, thief, monster wrangler, from my understanding, is like a new class for this one, so that could be interesting. But what if? But what if? What if in my second Dragon Quest game, in the first playthrough of it, what if I just had a gadabout? What if I had a gadabout, though? Hair color. Okay, so the blonde is good. Pink's also kind of good, though. You have a character with red hair. Then again, I also have black and different black. Lavender's also pretty good. Yeah, like the blonde hair is the classic look. Going with 4 characters? You know it. Alright, yeah, you know what, let's go with a nice lavender. Okay. Yeah, that is entirely a possible run you can do, where you use a person from every class. The game does allow you to do that, but I don't know the exact mechanics of it, but you can class change. Or you're allowed to change your vocation overall. Alright, so do it myself. Okay, so let's, wisdom. Let's see, luck is actually really high, so... Armida doesn't need extra luck in that case. Probably better agility. What if I were to do... I'll say stamina. And then I think... I mean, that wisdom is very low. Should she really be that much of a stereotype? Alright, let's do another agility. But yeah, it's giving me one, so... Yeah, screw it, we'll do a defense too. Seems like quite the socialite. People with that personality often find their wisdom and luck increase slightly quicker than normal. Alright, well, I guess alluring is probably the go-to for this one. Is that alright with you? Yes. Alright, there we go. We've got our party. No, I'm good. Clearly, this is the ultimate party. Of... What if we just found, like, relatively normal people? What if Thief was the most out there option? That's not the menu button. Alright, so let's see. What's everybody got? You've got nothing. Okay, so everybody just starts with plain clothes, so... let's see. I think you are gonna need... Okay, so I've actually got 2 of these and 1 of these. I mean, this is the memory of her meeting our party, or probably more specifically, just the last one. Alright, so let's see. Oaken Club. Shields, pot lid. Alright, do have the extra Wayfarer's clothes as well. And I got no accessories. Alright, so you only have the cypress stick, so... Let's see, yeah, nothing there. Oh, I actually had 1 more, Wayfarer clothes. Alright, can I give you anything from here? I can. I do have this Oaken Club. Fairly rudimentary, but it gets the job done. Okay, so... Let's see, items. Alright, oh, you actually have 2 medicinal herbs to start out with. Okay, everybody. Okay, so it's just a regular thing that they have herbs. Cool. Alright, I can send that to the bag. We've got a whole lot of fodder for selling, at least. Equipment bag. Item bag. Alright, well, if everybody has a good amount of items, then... Transfer... Dre... Oh, yeah, 2 of them. Cool, alright, that's handy. I am kinda glad that important items does have its own tab now. Like, yeah, cool, I don't have to stick that into my own thing. Alright, so we've got a meddler, a klutz, and a socialite. That's fun. Let's see, view roster. Plain clothes. Oh, nope, they don't have stuff. Alright, good to know. Also, we've got a show-off warrior, an acrobat mage, and a contrarian priest. Honestly, that also sounds like a fun party, but... Now we're going with this lot. Alright, so yeah. Shops, yep. Saving. Just remember, FASF. Fearless adventures save frequently. Or, you know, fuck around, save first. Do you have anything to say about my new, party? Okay, can't go to the castle at night. Good to know. But unless they change things, it should be day forever until I leave. Alright, I believe I've spoken to you. That's out of town. Oh yeah. What's with this thing over here? There we go. It's a dragon scale! Okay, an amulet wrought of a dragon steely scale. Alright, I should probably equip that to Deirdre then. Yeah, it's just defensive. Although, 24 versus... You probably have a lot less, right? Wait. Oh, there we go. That's ZR. 24... Oh, you actually have the same defense. 19... 16... Alright, so... Yeah, given the position of everybody... These two will be attacked the most often. Maybe we'll give it a minute then and see what we can scrounge up from other places. Because, yeah, like one of the NPCs said, the closer you are, the more often you get attacked, so party order does matter, but I've kind of formed the party in best to worst to get attacked. Let's see, is there a dedicated armor shop? Well, there's a church over there. The Archfiend could never destroy this. It's too idyllic. I'll never be able to see another country. Sucks for me, but whatever. Alright. In this here church... No, there is a well, though. Oh my... Everybody's heard about Kirk Buzzer. Nobody can stop talking about Kirk Buzzer. Her paragon of truth and justice, who, you know, is aiding with a thief too, but she's apparently a klutz, so it all works out. She's bad at it, so we don't have to worry about her. Okay, yep, here's this mechanic. Time only passes on the overworld. File of holy water. Have you seen that funny little island? No, I haven't. Alright, everybody is saying go west. Just like in my dream. Alright. So yeah, we just have the mini-metal guy right, right from the word go. Well, I have only one mini-metal, so I can't imagine that that's gonna be really helpful to this man.
I got this strange feeling that he was a king and that I had to protect him.
Yeah, what if the main villain just wants to kill this guy? Let's see, Thorn Whip. Leather dress, garter... Oop. Where am I? Ooh, multiple hits, cool. A no-nonsense frock. That's all it takes to let the wearer's vamp flourish. Edged boomerang. Silver platter. But needs must. Prayer ring. Okay. Strength ring. Wears inner meathead a beefy boost. It goes on your finger, by the way. You're probably too stupid to know what a ring is. So if you need to become a real wit nice and quick, alright. Doesn't even fall off during backflips. Staff of Resurrection. Alright, that sounds handy. Comfy clothing that's easy to move around in. Alright, good against dragons. Ooh, that's real good defense. Allows the wearer to move like a bat out of hell, or something similar. Unclear how an actual bat might wear it. Dragon robe. Ooh, fire and ice attacks. A blessed bikini. Alright. Ooh, that's extremely good then. I can see why that's the best prize. Will I find 110 medals? Who knows? Many thanks for dropping by. Wait, does that mean you're not actually that thankful? I only have one, though. It's not many more. I do miss the kind of lame wordplay of Dragon Quest. Well, you'll get plenty of seeds then. And you know, it sucks that adults are allowed to just be as lazy as they want while trying to tell you that, you know, you need to be the one who is responsible for yourself. But, good news. You're able to just get a whole lot of grinding material. You're gonna have such good stats, kid. Alright, everybody, this is my house. Were you nice and polite like you promised? Yes. Mom, Deirdre doesn't even talk that much. She mostly just goes around and either nods or shakes her head at people. Oh. Do you think this is embarrassing for her? Do you think she's just been, fine with her mom being a mom? Well, she's here in front of her new friends. Hey, Grandpa. You've got a lot to live up to, Deirdre.
Especially since you're not a man.
In fact, you need to prove yourself harder than they did. Alright, and we already know that, we got everything in here. I think. Okay. Alright, so all of the, armor I'm gonna find is here, then. Let's see, Cypress Stick, unless the weapon shop also sells armor. Actually, wait, hold on a sec. One thing. There was that guy who talked about leaving a thing in the inn. I should check to see if that's there. And if I can return it. Oh, there we go. Is that his medicinal herb? So I think that's about all I can explore. Alright, well, if it's not money, then... that's not really gonna help me in the store now, is it? But I can go see if I can return it at least. Deirdre would absolutely do this. She seems like a nice young lass. Where was he? He was over here, right? Wait, no, he was over here. I can give it back to you. You can have it, I don't mind. Item bag, like, oh, hey, okay, so... show means that it's the consulting... appraising, that's it. Wait, I can just show Murdog everything then. See, she can say things. It's just, you know, Deirdre doesn't talk too much. Which, you know, I'm fine with. I think especially for a game like this. Where it is more of an adventure. Or like, it's fine if the hero doesn't really say much. I feel like a lot of games nowadays go with silent protagonists just so they don't have to, like, hire somebody to voice a main character. Can't let those voice actors get too big for their britches and voice important characters that say a lot of things. But yeah, honestly, I feel like it's just a case of like, if a character design's good enough, I'm probably fine with them being a mute protagonist just because I can, like, imagine them very earnestly interacting with everything. Like with, Wild Arms, I believe Rudy's the name of the character who's, silent in that game, but, like, it's definitely on purpose because you have two other main characters who do speak, so... yeah, A, it's purposeful, and B, I don't know, he just seemed like he'd be very expressive if this were like an animated thing. Anyway. Let's see, that is more than all of my money. Alright, so yeah, we're early on, which means we're not gonna be able to buy too much. So let's go to the equipment bag. I don't need these plain clothes. They're not worth much, but technically that does give me to 180. Let's see. Well, So yeah, if I go for the copper sword, that is exactly one character getting something. I think the best idea for the time being would be bronze knife. Maybe a leather shield for defense. They do have decent defense already. So I'm thinking, yeah, maybe bronze knife for Cyril. Alright, so items. Okay, that's actually worse, so equipment bag for you. This. Alright, so let's see. Items, equipment bag. And tell me about this. A great little accessory, this. when we talk of items with extraordinary properties, this thing doesn't even enter the conversation. This doesn't seem to be cursed, at least. Well, 90 gold coins isn't half bad. But at the same time, I think for now, equipment, Cyril probably has the best use for it. Because that puts her up with everybody else's defense. Also, you know what? Settings, I'm actually gonna say... Let's toggle it. Yeah, that way I don't have to hold. Alright, so I think I'm good on items for the time being. And we've got about 16 minutes left in the stream, so... Right, we've got everything set up. Let's save the game, and let's get into a fight real quick. I do. Alright. So let's get a move on. Making sense of maps. Alright. Cool, cool. Alright, so it gives us our overall goal. Okay, so we, Alright, so yeah, we're on the castle. Right then, so our goal is up over there. We can't get to the desert, which is probably for the best. I'm pretty sure any desert enemy would kill us right now. So let's stick around the main town. Got another medicinal herb, and an antidotal herb. Ooh, seed of stamina, got plenty of stuff. Okay, here's our first battle. A group of slimes appear. Alright, so here we go. I can definitely turn the speed up on this. Armida pretends to take a tumble. She lands badly and grazes her knee. Alright, good first action there, Armida. Alright, easy fight. Alright, another medicinal herb. We're gonna need those. Yeah, let's stay out of the forest for now. Ooh. Well, this stinks. Also tactics. Let's see. Yeah, let's just do follow orders so I can get a better sense of what everybody does. Alright, Bunicorn, Stark Raven. Okay, yep, so we've got... Yep, I remember how this works. We've got groups, and we've got... the single enemy. Alright, I'm gonna say... Let's focus down on this guy. Alright, nobody's got anything but just attacking. Oh, you do have this. Conjures a sandstorm which reduces an enemy group's accuracy. Yeah, you can immediately make a sandstorm. That'd be great, thank you. And, okay, it's Armida, so, like, attempt to go for the Bunicorn. I don't know if it's gonna help, but... I can sure attempt. Hey, she actually did an attack! Good for you. Okay, good, they're, time-wasting ones. Oh, and I can turn the battle speed up. Because, yeah, this is very slow. Alright, oh, I can turn it up right here. Cool. Let's see how fast takes us. Alright, so... Let's go for Slime since they're not blinded. Murdog, yeah, you healed there, Dre. Alright, Armida, get him! Alright. Everybody get him. Perfect, cool. Oh, Murdog reaches level 2. Let's see. Alright, pretty good, pretty good. I like that strength. That stamina's pretty good. Oh, Armida also reaches level 2. Good for her. You're gonna need it. Alright, no strength up, MP, resilience, stamina, ooh, 2 agility, nice, and good wisdom. Cyril steals Chimera Wing. Nice. Alright, how's everybody doing? Oh, right, yeah, that's actually a, heal, isn't it? I forgot about that. Alright, so we're gonna stay around here. There we go. Oh, I don't like that man's face. Batterfly. It's pretty good. Okay, so Murdog, don't have anything yet. You, however, can conjure a sandstorm, and that's 3 whole enemies. Honestly, I could go back and forth on the groups of enemies thing. When I was playing 4. Sometimes it's kind of weird, but honestly here it's pretty helpful to just say, alright, here's the thing that blinds 3 enemies. Like, yeah, it sucks that they're a group and, you know, we're gonna have to kind of batter our way into them. You never know exactly what the game's gonna do with a group, but it's usually fine with attacking groups and focusing down on certain guys. But yeah, for stuff like this, that's great. Well, it would have been, except most of those missed. Okay. We're gonna go that way. I think we're gonna keep attacking with Murdog. I'm gonna Sandstorm again, screw it. And you know what, we're gonna leave this up to... 15 HP is okay HP, I think. Oof. Oof, oof, oof. Okay, so. Yeah, we're definitely gonna attack. We're gonna attack. You're a thief, so you should be able to do this fast enough.
Just a moment.
And assessing the situation. Okay, that was a bit of a waste of an herb, because I think we're probably gonna wind up leveling up, right? Oh no, only Cyril reaches level 2. 27 HP, 19 MP, 12 strength, 14 stamina is pretty good, 22 agility is very nice. Alright, let's see. Well, I did use an herb. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna go for one more fight, because I'm guessing... let's see, where was it? Status? All... Okay, 9 EXP to reach the next level, which... Yeah, Murdoch's also gonna level up soon. That's pretty good. Oh, and it's almost night. Almost night means it's not night yet. I'm gonna keep trying with Sandstorm. Thanks, Armida. Good job. Oh, excellent. Cool. Everybody gets hit by it. And Armida does not dodge anyway. Yeah, everybody just go for it. Alright, shoot, how much did I need? 9? Well, yeah, that's not enough any which way. Okay, one more fight. There we go. Alright. Okay. Let's go for it. Oh, wait, no. Slime won't do that much to me. Batterfly looked like it hurt, so... Definitely gonna want to go for that first. Especially since I can hopefully blind 2 ravens. Armida, just do your best. Nice, perfect. Alright, cool. Go for them. Just while they're blinded. Remove ravens from battle. They're not that much more threatening than the slimes, but like... I'm good. I can not die to a regular slime pretty easily. Cool. Alright, and Deirdre gets her first level. 7 HP, 21 MP, 12 strength. Yep, alright, not bad. Frizz. You can really mess up somebody's hair. 44, 34 MP, nice. 15 strength, cool. Alright, everybody's looking pretty good. Oh, and Armida also reaches level 3. Alright, so yeah, they just have the fastest level ups then. Alright, and with that... I once again pressed the wrong button. I keep managing to do that. Yeah, I really remembered that fight. It's very important to remember. Alright, so let's see... where are... Transfer... Alright, everybody still has 2, and then we have 2 left in the bag. I should probably also show this to, or give this to... I'm gonna say Cyril. She is the thief, so she has good... agility. So, that means she should be pretty good at shoving things into people's mouths if they're dying. And, I mean, Armida, she tries her best. I don't know if we should trust her with that many items for emergency situations. Alright, we'll save the old game. And, yeah, it's just about 9 o'clock, so unfortunately that does mean we're, all done for the night. I guess that means I'll say no to planning on, continuing the adventure. Even though there's really no use for that anymore, given how consoles work, but, you know, it was in the early games, so I guess I'll do this. Even though I'm also probably going to, wind up going back in and grinding at some point. Because, yeah, I could probably use a little more money for some equipment. You know, just make sure everybody's stabilized, everybody's probably like, I'm guessing level 4, level 5's probably a good place to start venturing into the world. So, yeah, I think I'll probably do that between streams. Press the A button to return to the title screen. Alright, well then. Yeah, definitely a very fun little intro to this. It's not immediately blowing up in my face that I went with this particular party, but I just thought, hey, what if Warrior had to venture forth with... I can't really call them 3 normies, because they're not, but like, one's just a merchant, one's a thief, and one's a gadabout. That's weird party composition. I don't know, again, how badly that might blow up in my face for my first time playing this game, but we'll just see how this party goes along. Eventually there'll be other things. You know, eventually they'll learn, and we can see what the other classes do. And also, there's a very particular reason you go with gadabouts. Again, that is the thing that I did know ahead of time. The thing I remembered about this game is that there is a class in this game that is otherwise difficult to access, but if you have a gadabout, they do promote into that one eventually. So yeah, they do get a fancier class if you can stick with them. So you know what? Yeah, screw it. We're going with the woman who was trained specifically to be a warrior. Told by the king, hey, go defeat the Dark Lord. There's this guy out there, we've never seen him, but trust me, he sucks. Please get his ass. And we're like, okay, we need to find some warriors capable for the job. And it's these 3. These 3 are the ones who are gonna be following us into battle. They're gonna be by our sides, and we'll see how they handle the pressure of a real situation, a real fight, as we cross the bridge and go to the Dream Tower, whatever it's called. Darn it, if only I could recall my memories. Look, Deirdre's able to remember things. That's a very powerful skill. But yeah, we'll see how that works out for them next Tuesday, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Time. As for other streams, though, hey, I'm playing another RPG Thursday, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And that is Mega Man Star Force 2. Bit of a different experience, but yeah, we're finally getting back to that after a few weeks. Gio's gonna hang out with his friends, more of them this time, because Sonia actually has a free moment. And then Saturday, 9 to 11 p.m. Eastern Time, is Street Fighter 6. We are really most of the way through learning Ingrid's stuff. In fact, we have, we maxed out her level, and I think we have done everything except done her, regular fight. We did, actually master her style. got her level 3. But there is a particular side quest that seems like it's gonna be very important, and that is to save our good old buddy Bosch. So, yeah, we'll be doing that next time, and that's it for stream stuff. But you can also catch the VODs on YouTube. I'm Fefter Masamone on there. And hey, guess what? There are LPs there as well. LPs plural, not just one. Mega Man 04 is Monday, Sonic Advance 2 is Wednesday, and I've had a couple weeks off of Friday LPs, but now everything's all properly backlogged, so starting this next Friday is gonna be Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. You know, did mention Zelda 1 at the start of this stream. But, you know, I think Zelda 2 is also a bit of a similar vibe to the early Dragon Quests as well. There were just a lot of games where they said, yeah, we can't fit a lot of text on this cartridge, so it's you're the hero, go off into the world, explore this place, figure things out on your own. Which I guess in fairness, this game does change things up a little bit in that it does have a mini-map and tells you where to go, but, you know, it is built on the back of a game that was very much just take your party and explore the world. Figure it out yourself, dingbat. But yeah, so far so good. Haven't got too much into it, but, I have at least made the party that I'm imprinting on, and again, I don't know how bad of an idea this is to do this particular party, but you know what? Thief gets me extra stuff, Merchant knows items, so I shouldn't be caught by cursed things early on, although I feel like I was decent at spotting cursed things when I was watching Dragon Quest IV. And Armida will continue doing her best. So yeah, I will be grinding between sessions, so we'll see how they are next time. For now, have a good night, y'all, and I will see you next time.